2K just dropped some major features for W2K25. Let's go check it out. Before we get on into talk about these features, if you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button below for more W2K25 news right here on Nerd Coalition Studios. And trust me, we got more news to come. So yesterday we got the cover star Roman Reigns, and we got to see what the covers are, what the additions are going to be. But now we're getting more details about what our game modes are going to be and new match types, and what are we expecting out of 2K25. So without further ado, we got to go into the additions. What are we going to get in each kind of edition here? So if you go on the 2K website, the 2K website has everything mapped out of which edition that you can get. You can get the standard edition, you can get the deluxe edition, which is now being called the Undertaker edition, and then you can be getting the Bloodline edition. So I'm going to start with the Bloodline edition first. And with the Bloodline edition, become the head of the table with the 2K25. The Bloodline Edition celebrate Roman Reigns and the Bloodline's ruthless dominance of the WWE with the Bloodline Edition bonus pack, WrestleMania 41 pack, season pass, and more. So this is what it includes. The Bloodline Edition includes the Bloodline Edition bonus pack, the My Faction Persona card, the Mattel Elite Collection Greatest Hits Roman Reigns. Those who don't know about collecting like Elites, I used to collect Elites before, so these are the certain brand of Elites that they're going to have out for this superstar. My Faction Persona card, Mattel Elite 114 Jey Uso. So once again, these are Persona cards. So when you get the Persona card, it automatically unlocks them into the whole game. So now you're able to use them whenever you want to. That's the great thing about the Persona cards that I like from my faction from last year. The Island Cosmetics. We're going to get into the Island, but the Family Above All hoodie, OTC shirt, I had one of those. Yeet tank top, I had the t-shirt. And Yeet sunglasses. Then we're going to get the WrestleMania 41 pack. You get the WrestleMania 41 arena just like we got WrestleMania 40 arena last year. So whatever WrestleMania 41 looks like. And then the My Faction Persona card, new playable superstar TBA, My Faction Persona card, WrestleMania main event number 1 TBA, My Faction Persona card, WrestleMania main event number 2 TBA. So what it looks like to me is whoever is going to be the main event of these WrestleManias, we're going to get their Persona cards for them. Whatever their attire is or whatever they look like, we're going to probably get this Persona cards for night 1, night 2. The new playable superstar, not sure what that's going to be, but I am kind of curious what that's going to be. It did take a couple months for WrestleMania 41 stuff to come out, but I'm still excited about all that. The Rock Nation of Domination pack. My Faction Persona card, the Rock Nation of Domination, not available for individual purpose. So that means now we're going to get the Nation of Domination Rock. I'm hoping that we add some other Nation of Domination members. Mark Henry has signed a contract back there, so we can put Mark Henry in the game. Not sure about D'Lo Brown. Farouk has been in the game, giving me the Nation version, and I can get the Nation of Domination in 2K25. Don't tease me like this, 2K. Ringside Pass, you can get the Season Pass 5 post-launch DLC character packs, Supercharge, Super Mega Boost, My Rise Boost, and 100,000 virtual currency. Now, this is what you get for the Deadman Edition bonus pack. You get the My Faction Persona card, Undertaker 1990. That's probably the Grey Gloves Undertaker. My Faction Persona card, Mattel Elite Collection Greatest Hits Undertaker. Not sure which one that one is. Usable urn. Probably going to use an urn for the fight with now. Brother Love Manager. That is a win right there. Brother Love Manager. Island Cosmetics Undertaker 95 mask. Then we get the pre-order bonus. Obviously, this is what, as long as you pre-order the game, you're going to get the Wyatt 6-pack, the My Faction Persona cards, Uncle Howdy, Dexter Lumis, Nikki Cross, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, Island Cosmetics, Uncle Howdy mask, Nikki Cross mask, and 15,000 virtual currency. And the standard edition, the only thing you go get is the pre-order, stuff like that. So these are the different editions that are going to be coming out there. Now we're going to move on to the features. All right, let's start off with the biggest feature that they talked about was the island. They teased the island in the cover reveal trailer yesterday. We reacted to it. Make sure you guys check that out. And this is what it says about the island. For the first time in franchise history, step outside the ropes and onto the island for PS5 and Xbox Series X. In this immersive WWE themed world, complete quests, take on challenges, complete in live events, and upgrade your customize your My Superstar through multiple storyline chapters. Fight to join the original tribal chief. Roman Reigns at the head of the table. So it's going to be the open world like it is for the city in NBA 2K, but this time they're going to like storyline chapters, and it's like you got to try to impress Roman Reigns and to join his bloodline. So and what's all going to be you know, your superstar type thing. So my son's gonna love this. And the one thing that I always love is showcase mode. So we have now called the Bloodlines Dynasty, which is going to be an all-new showcase hosted by the wise man Paul Heyman. Celebrates one of the most iconic wrestling family dynasties, the Bloodline, featuring Roman Reigns, The Rock, Yokozuna, Jacob Fatu, and more. Relive historic showdowns or flip the script and change the outcome of selected match types. Plus, experience dream matches between members of the Bloodline and WWE superstars and legends. So this is really exciting here because I was where I know this was just like a regular Bloodline story from like 2020 down to now, but now it's gonna be like an overall type thing. And also, it shows in the screenshot that we got Yokozuna coming out with Mr. Fuji, which is confirming another new manager. So that theory that I had that we're going to just be celebrating all the members of the Bloodline all throughout the year, stuff like that, that's what it's doing. But also we're getting new things where we can choose the way that the outcome is going to be. And necessarily, I'm curious to see like what the dream matches they're going to have spiced up into this. And are we still going to have the slingshot tech or not? So I'm not even necessarily sure about that. I heard somebody say we're not having that anymore, but I'm going by what I'm reading here. We go into expanded gameplay along, which means the new match types that we have and what they're adding to the thing. So it says expanded gameplay. Intergender wrestling makes its long-awaited debut in WWE 2K franchise. Pit WWE or player-created superstars from the men's and women's divisions up against each other to set up countless matchups across multiple modes. And then also additional features got the chain wrestling came back. We haven't seen chain wrestling, I believe, since W2K20, where it's a little mini match game that you have in the beginning. Consider like a cat and mouse, rock paper scissors shoot type game that you can do with the chain wrestling. And also it says that we got a couple of new match types. We got Underground, which like the NXT Underground, where they teased that in the trailer with the no ropes and everybody is on the side of the ring. Also, they just released a screenshot of Carmelo Hayes taking on Sami Zayn in the Underground matchup. So I'm curious to see how it plays out. Like it plays out a regular matchup, they got new features and new mechanics to it. I want to see how that goes out too. Also, then they also have a Bloodline Rules match. I don't know what this is. Usually Bloodline Rules is just a no DQ match, but we got multiple no DQ matches already based in the game. Are they going to revamp one? Like, are they going to make Extreme Rules now the Bloodline Rules match, or are they going to add a twist to it and do that? We don't know more, so we gotta wait for more of that. And then they also had a new feature, barricade diving. We haven't had a dive off the barricade since Smackdown vs. Raw 2006, I believe. But it shows Seth Rollins in that little trailer again, say diving off the barricade onto Roman Reigns. So now we're getting barricade diving back. Who knows? I don't know what we can do off the barricade. Splashes, moonsault, stuff like that. We're going to have to wait and see for more of that. Moving on next to My GM. Me and my son do play a lot of My GM. And it says My GM goes worldwide this year. That is insane. Take your show on the road to challenge friends worldwide and enhance My GM for W2K25 now with online multiplayer for up to 4 players. Drag WWE superstars and legends to your weekly shows, roster to lead a brand multi-week seasons with a bigger selection of general managers, cross-brand PLEs, and more. That should be something. People have been asking for this. I'm not the biggest online player, but I think I would just want to try it. I want to hear more details about it. I want to know, like, are we going to update matches? Like, are we going to do, ladder matches? Are we going to do Royal Rumbles, King of the Rings in My GM? So I'm curious about all that. My thing that I have not played, or at least posted up on this channel in 2 years, and that is Universe Mode. And it looks like we get some changes in a feature that comes back that I can't wait to talk about. Your Universe, Your Way. W2K Sandbox Mode receives a new upgrades to give players even greater control of the Universe experience, including the long-awaited return of promos. Thank you. Thank you. The new system includes multiple promo types and outcomes with new cutscenes and branching choices. So they gave us a screenshot here that shows off Becky Lynch. In the promos, we get a shot of Becky Lynch, and it gives like 2 different scenarios that she can do as she's talking to the crowd. So I'm glad that promos are coming back. We haven't seen promos in the game since, I want to say, is it 2K18 was the last time we seen promos? Maybe 19? I'm not necessarily sure. It was one of those that we see. That we see promos, but then the promos is coming back. I'm glad to see that. Now I'll go over to My Rise. You have a unified My Rise. Take control of your custom superstars from the women's or men's division in a singular multi-gender My Rise storyline where Bayley, Kevin Owens, and other superstars infiltrate NXT and attempt to take control of the entire WWE universe. Seems interesting. Featuring new brawl environments, unlockable arenas, characters, and more, plus new ally storylines involving Jey Uso, Bianca Belair, Seth Rollins, and other WWE superstars. Okay, so that now there's no point having one men's and one women's, and now we got the intergender stuff now, so we can just definitely go in and, you know, just have one by rights, which I think makes sense. As for the rounded up, a roster for the age, WWE2K25 brings you an unparalleled lineup of current superstars from Raw, Smackdown, NXT, plus legends and WWE Hall of Famers. The stacked roster of over 300 playable characters span multiple generations and features Seth Rollins, The Undertaker, The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Jade Cargill, Rhea Ripley, and more. Here's the thing. I like the way that sounds, but I'm trying to figure out, is it 300 on the base? Is it 300 playable characters on the base game plus DLC, or is it going to be a total of 300 people, over 300 people with the DLC? That's important to know. And it says here, you know, with the arenas, travel up the card while you travel around the world. WWE2K25 gives you access to many popular rings from your favorite WWE events. So I'm guessing when you're in the island, you can probably find ways to unlock this thing. So, multiple things that we can do in this game. I am excited for it. Like I had told you guys in my other video, when I see people disappointed that there's no buried alive match, no inferno match, I said those are high selling points, because those will be matches that are coming back into the game, and like I quit match, stuff like that. Those will be a vocal point, and I think eventually they're probably even next year maybe. But if when they promote chain wrestling and underground and all this stuff like that, that's where it's going to be at. I'm curious how the Bloodline rules thing is going to work. I'm really curious. I really want to see how many matches we get in showcase, because I like a good meaty showcase where I can unlock a ton of things. And if we can get rid of the slingshot stuff so I can start posting it back up on there, then let's do that. Universe with promos coming back. Oh please, yes, I need more of that. And I'm curious to see what other features they got in there. The My GM one is really intriguing. The My GM and of course the island. We gotta see how that stuff works. Obviously they're probably going to call the content creators in there. Not me yet, of course. And they're probably going to, you know, around Royal Rumble weekend, they're probably going to sit there and try the game out, and then they're probably going to give saying like February 15th is when they can post all the stuff about there and the interest stuff like that. So of course, when we get more information, when they get more information, we get more information, and I will talk more about it. But post your comments down below. How do you guys feel about all this news? What's the most that you're looking forward to, and what is something you're disappointed in? Post that in the comments down below. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the video. And like I said, I'm not the biggest 2K content creator in the world, but if you guys want to hear my opinion, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So once again, this is NC, the place to be. Chill Train Mr. A&D, and the Nerd Coalition is out.